What if I told you I can predict Nigel Farage's future? Do you want to see the evidence? I shall show you the evidence using my new selfie stick. I think it was a whole £4 or something. Now, this was a beautiful looking man. 2 days ago, asking the question, do you hate Gary Neville and Gary Lineker because your online influence leaders told you? Then a day later, easy for me to do, another beautiful looking gentleman pointing out influencers are telling you to hate Gary Neville and Gary Lineker. And it was confirmed as the message continued to get propagated. Now, fast forward to today, just over an hour ago, on the Nigel Vag Truth-Telling Network. Of course, we need to talk about Gary Lineker. Why, mate? Why do we need to talk about Gary Lineker? Now, obviously, we don't need to talk about Gary Lineker, we need to talk about Gary Neville. It's just that these people who have put this tripe out for political reasons don't even know the difference between Gary Lineker and Gary Neville.
Following those awful murders in Manchester, Gary Neville, much-capped England footballer, highly paid Sky Sports presenter, said this.
What's it got anything to do with the fucking shit that happened in Manchester? I beg the question, what's it got to do with that?
The division that's being created is absolutely disgusting.
I agree with them. The division that is getting created is absolutely disgusting.
Mainly created by angry, middle-aged white men.
I know a lot of angry, middle-aged white men, and a lot of them are creating the division without even knowing it because they're listening to what? I beg the question. They don't even know they're doing it, but because they're influencers through the social medias and the grapevine of the social medias are telling you to hate Gary Neville and Gary Lineker. This was like a day ago before even Farage got onto these social medias. And 2 days ago I was asking the question, do you hate Gary Neville? Because I heard that he dared to fucking talk about cutting down a Union Jack outside of one of his properties. Woo! Shimon, motherfucker! Okie dokie, so let's have a wee look back at the Vag.
Who know exactly what they're doing. Funnily enough, from one of my ideas.
They do know what they're doing, mate. They do know what they're doing. This guy knows exactly what he's doing.
Development sites last week, there was a Union Jack flag put up, and I took it down instantly.
Hang on a second. He's blaming...
He's not blaming anything for anything to anybody about anything. He's stating oh fucking hell, man, he's as bad as me with the faces, isn't he? He's stating the fact that it's polarising people, and sticking it outside your property makes it less appealing to certain people because they get put off because of it. He's not saying whether he agrees, disagrees, etc, etc. He's pointing out a fact. I think he looks like a prawn.
Middle-aged white men, the people that actually pay for Sky Sports, pay his salary. He's blaming them for all the division, not some evil, crazed, mad Islamist who went out to kill innocent people. I tell you what, this Gary Neville is so detached from reality.
detached from reality. At least he'll probably maybe call you Nigel Farage and no like fucking John Major or something, you know what I mean?
So detached from the average football fan, it is not true. I'm amazed that Sky Sports keep him on. What do you think?
You know me, cancel culture, cancel culture, cancel culture. I think Sky Sports should cancel Gary Neville because he dared to take a flag down for outside one of his properties because he realised that makes it less appealing whether he's renting it or punting in it. I think he rents them it because he's got a portfolio and shit, right? And I'm not even a fan of Gary Neville, man. I think he's an arrogant twat, but that's because of his commentary on Sky News, not because his political views. The football reasons. As a footballer, man, he just went under my radar. I never thought he was brilliant. I never hated him. I never thought he was shite. I never disliked him. You know, he was just... But that's because there were so many other stars around him and stuff. But you know what I mean? He had a great career and all that. There was no doubt in that stuff. But again, I predict the future. I have predicted the future. Here's me 2 days ago. Do you hate Gary Neville and Gary Lineker? And then 1 day ago, influencers are telling you to hate Gary Neville and Gary Lineker confirmed. I think that was Great Britain news, but that's no surprise because that is Nigel Farage television, although people think it's a news channel. And then today, you've got Nigel Farage. So that's 3 days that they've forced Gary Lineker onto the news cycle to use him as cannon fodder. Anyway, get it. Got it. Good. Call me Psychic Phil, Mystic Meg, Septic Peg. Call me Septic Peg. Get it, got it, good catchies. No cats and no cheese, and maybe only some fucking Farage lovies were harmed in this filming.